Good morning, Gman Division 3A of Season 11. And we are back for another show to find out what happened in Week 3. Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hunter is on holiday. He's chilling out in some sort of forest, I think. So unfortunately, I am flying solo for this week. But I'll do my best yet again to try and go through all the topics and hopefully not have people sad that I tipped them. Poor old Sarador sent me a cheeky Discord message this week saying, "Please, Bernie, don't tip me again. I had a nightmare. 2 defense splits. Everything went wrong. Please, 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 don't tip me." So it seems like my wonderful Bernie's curse is finally coming through to the PC. And people are now starting to beg and pay me not to tip them. So we'll have a look at the results of Week 3 then. There's some big ones. Oh, that is day 4. Day 3, here we go. Right, okay, let's go through them. Gorkasadal Tendencies versus Awenda's Requiem. 2-0 winners for the Undead. Now, I've wrote down what results I put through last week, because I usually forget otherwise. But I had this down as a 1-1/0-0 draw, so I thought it'd be a close game. But really impressive with the Undead. They got this done. And they handed Zunki's first defeat of the season. Not many armor breaks either. 8 armor breaks to 4, so nothing crazy there. The Orcs got 4 KOs and 61 blocks, so statistically there, pretty solid. Both had the same ball possession, so there wasn't much in it there. I mean, basically the Orcs had the more blocks, had the more removals. So, what went wrong for the Orcs? I have no idea. Luckily now, all the Easter period is gone. I mean, I've been so busy at work. This is the first Wednesday/Thursday I've had off. Hence why I'll be able to get on and get this done early. I'll be able to start watching a few of these games now, so I can give you a bit more feedback. But looking at the stats, you'd have thought, if I didn't know the score, you'd think the Orcs have, at worst, got a draw. But well done to the Undead. They got a good draw against the Khemri last week, and they've followed up with a very good 2-0 win here. Super Duper Orc got the MVP in 2 for Umbrella Hats for the Orcs. I didn't do much than that. The Undead did a bit better. 5 for Variginots, Zombie. 3 for Alistair Fitzgerald, 2 for Liz Costello, and 3 for Pepwacko. But yeah, really big win that for the Undead. And they did it with everything just about against them as well, stat-wise. 61 blocks is a lot of blocks to give, though. Oh, the big cups. What went wrong? I had this down as a draw, but I did say maybe the Dwarfs, if they can bounce back from their drubbing last week. But unfortunately, the Better Space Bounty Hunters got back on track. They had a very impressive win first week, lost second week, but they're back on it again week 3. A solid 1-0 win. The Dwarfs did 16 armor breaks as well. 71 blocks. That's a lot of blocks to give away. Only 3 kills, only 2 injuries though. So, oh man, that was 13 stuns. Not good. The Bretts did 39 blocks and just the 1 injury. And again, the Dwarfs had more possession, so a bit like the first game we just seen. The stats are not telling the true story, but 71 blocks, that's a lot of blocks. Not much XP this week. Faye Valentine, obviously 3 points there. Very important, very good player. Giles did 1, got 2. Regular Ceregal got the 5. Turin 5, 1 then. Gronk Doc Troll got the 2. Well, 4 points. He obviously got casualties there. But, yeah, it's a bit of a frustrating one for the Dwarfs. They just can't get it done at the moment, can they? Sorry, 16 arm breaks, 19. Be see what they'll do next week, or this week coming, as we'll have a look. I had this down as a 1-1 draw. But, Better Space Bounty Hunters got it done 1-0, and that'll be big for them because they're back on track again after week 2's hiccup. And I'm sure they'll be very happy with that. Crusaders of Kaldor versus Jungle Beats. Very impressive win for the Jungle Beats because they had 5 players missing. Some very good players missing as well. Unfortunately, the Lona got the MVP there. Crusaders of Caldor, they did alright. They got 13 armor breaks to 10 of the jungler beats. So, you know, there was breaking AV7. 3 KOs, only 1 injury, though, in 42 blocks. The jungler beats, though, 51 blocks, 2 KOs, and 3 injuries. So they got them all. I had this down as a 2-0 win for the jungler beats. So at least I picked a winner. Almost got the right score. But again, I like the way Crusaders are just they're giving it all. They're giving it their all each week. But I really fancy the Jungle Beats this week, and they got it done even with them foul plays out. Really been impressed. I've seen a few of their games, and very impressed the way he's playing these Amazons. And no surprise to me that they got it done this week. And I think if anyone at the moment is going to cause or is going to be challenging the Dark Angels of Lilith, this is the team, in my opinion. So, good win there. Oh my god, I'm not even going to pronounce these names, but there you go. 5 points for that guy, 3 points for that elf, 2 for that one, 1 for that. Oh my word. Well, the 5 points went to the Lone on the Jungle Beats, 3 for Ophelia Balls, 5 for Snow White, and 4 for Cinderella. So, yeah. Really impressed with Jungle Beats. One team was doing extremely well at the moment is the Boondock Skinks. They won 4-0 last week. They get another big win. And what's wrong with these dwarfs? They make him look stupid. I've tipped them again, and they lost. I really fancied the Norse this week. I really did. I had them down winning 1-0. They lost 2-1. Oh, I just thought they caused so much carnage, squash the Skinks, and win the game. But, you know, the Boondock Skinks did more arm breaks. The Norse did 56 blocks, so they got a lot of blocks in. 5 KOs, 2 injuries, 1 kill, so just not enough carnage, maybe, I don't know. The Boondock Skinks 39 blocks, 3 KOs, 3 injuries, so it was a pretty brutal match between these two teams. It was always good to see. And look at the Boondock Skinks, only 6% ball possession, so I'm presuming their one turner was just, he got it done for them, by the looks of it. Oh god, I hate these sort of names. Vigors Fryer got 5, Komakadori got 5, and Freak Frutria got 2 for the Norse. 12 points, not bad. The Boondock Skinks, 5 points for Zashix, 3 for Izashix. I think is he the one turner? 2 for Duffy 2. 4 for Noah 2 Doocy, and 3 for Iggy Splat. Sounds like a name name of a skink what should die a horrible death. Iggy Splat. So the Boondock Skinks on a roll. They lost the first game, but since then 4-0 and a 1-0 win, so they are in good form. And for them, they'll be hoping he'll continue. And come on, my Norse. I know what's going to happen with these Norse. I won't back them 1 week and they'll win. So he'll be probably playing, please, Benny, don't back me. Don't tip me. So I didn't get that one right, how did I? Right, here's my good tip of the week. I predicted these two teams would draw 0-0, 1-1. And what happened? 1-1, so finally I get one bang on, even the score right. My brothers in band really give them a beating as well. Then look at that. 23 armor breaks to 8. Woo! Still couldn't get the win though. 43 blocks, 46. So blocking wise, pretty much. The Nagel had 50% of the ball possession. My brothers in band had 37. Ooh, a pass and a catch there by the Nagel. 2 KOs, 1 injury versus 4 KOs, 3 injuries. So Kenry, I definitely had the way of this, and you know they have got a few beastie players out, can remove players, and obviously they got the four Guardians as well. And I just thought this would still be, because of both teams slow, the way the matched up, it'd be a draw, and it eventually was that. Yeah, I mean my brothers in band, they was my tip. I'm a bit worried the way these Dark Elves are flying off, but you know what? I haven't lost faith in my Kenry brothers yet. Hopefully they'll get a win. Hopefully they'll win this week. Because I need to start winning if they want to catch the Dark Elves. But yeah, a solid result. 2 very good coaches. Cancelled each other out. No surprise there. Pitago's got 5 points. 2 for, oh my word, Hoa Azar the Displacer. I'm going with that. 3 for Tola. 1 for Gacho Fragile. Brothers and Bam, 5 for Local Hero, 3 for Local Hero, 2 for Dante Al Hari. 2 Iron Hand and 2 of the Sultan of Swing. I love that name. So basically, the brothers, they're really happy with theirs. And I found their gun pretty happy with that as well. So both of them got some decent XP. Now, what happened to the rats? They got ran over. That's what happened to them. Fairy Harem 1, Dark Angels of Lilith 3, and the Dark Angels are really showing everybody they are the top dogs of the division. Played 3, won 3, and this was a big test for them, and they got it done. Look at that, though, 20 armor breaks to 4. But you know the thing about Fairy Harem? He is a lucky SOB. How is he a lucky SB? He just got beat 3-1. You know what? His players never die. They never bloody get injured, and when they do, it's only badly hurt. Fairy Harem, just another 20 armor breaks, and they just wash it off. These rats are pretty hardcore. 54 blocks there, 5, 9 KOs, 3 injuries, 2 KOs, 1 kill. So actually, the Fairy Harem actually killed something. So we'll see what that is soon. But Dark Angels, again, looking, 75% ball possession. They do look the form team at the moment. Been really impressed the way they're playing. Fairy Harem, very good. Team, and the coach Keith is extremely good coach as well, and they just got ran over. But then again, with 9 KOs and 3 injuries, that can happen. But it's gonna take a good team to take down the Dark Angels of Lilith, I think. I mean, they just seem to be on another level compared to everybody else at the moment, and it's up to the rest of the coaches to catch them or do something. Fairy Harem, not bad, 11 points, 5 for Carly, 1 for Bell, 2 for Sally, 3 for Rhea 2. Dark Angels, very nice Darth Nelly, 8 points there. 6 for Darth Hamiel as well. 1 for Darth Donald Duck, I love that name. Darth Donkey. Darkwing Duck. Got 4. So 21 points of XP. Lovely. So, the Dark Angels game between Fairy Harem, I predicted that to be 2-2. I got the right amount of TDs, just not the score. Finally, Sarado not happy with me for tipping him. It was a nightmare. 2 defense blitzes against him. Everything went wrong, and he got a spanking. 4-1. What a spanking that is. But when you've had 2 defense blitzes against you, that kind of can happen. He did kick the crap out of the Dark Elves, so that's at least one good thing. 19 armor breaks to 5. Only 1 KO suffered. Meanwhile, he KO'd 5, injured 5. So, alright, he didn't win the game, but surely, 5 injuries alone, that's 10 XP right there. That's before your MVP and your TD. So, hey, ball possession 50 for Chakwa, 37 for ball possession. 6 passes, 6 catches, wow. The Changelings are really getting some good farmage here. And it shows 10 XP for Garwin V2. That is amazing. 3 for Morgana, 1 for Galahad, 4 for Percival, and 5 for Boards V2. Oh, nice King Arthur theme there, isn't they? Pirates of the World End. See, 5 for Benjamin, 8 for Long John Silver, 2 for Captain Flint, and 3 for Jack Rackham. So, yeah, you did get a bit of a spanking, but you did get a lot of points as well. Both teams got a lot of points, didn't they? 18 points for the Chorfs. 23 for the Dark Elves. So after this week, I went for a 2-1 win for the Pirates of the World End. That didn't go alright, did it? So after this week, what does the leaderboard look like? Let's have a look. No surprise to say the Dark Angels of Lilith played 3, won 3. They are the early paces. Jungle Beat's doing really well. They're in second. Chaklu lost first week, who come bounce back with 2 big wins. Same can be said about the Boondock Skinks. Best Bounty Hunters, impressive first week, lost second week, impressive again third week. They're up there as well, so them 3 are in like a joint third place. And then we've got the Undead, who got a big win this week. The Nurgle ticking along nicely as well. And the Orcs went down to, was it a surprise? Was it a surprise defeat? I'm not sure. Either way, they're all on 1-1-1. After that, we've got the Norse, another loss of Deadman. Come on, Deadman, give me some wins. 1 win, 2 losses. Fairy Harem, they're the same, 1 and 2, and the Big Cups are 1 and 2 as well. My tip, my brothers in Balm, still looking for the first win. Could it be this week they get on the win board? 2 draws and 1 loss. Crusader Caldas fighting hard, 1 draw, 2 losses, and bringing them all up is the Chaos Dwarfs, Pirates of the World End. No wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, and he'll be praying that good old Bernie will not be tipping him this week. So, let's quickly go and have a look through the teams then. There wasn't much action, really, to be honest, this week. But we'll go through them. Fly Lord Servants. Anything happen here? Let's have a look at my trusty notebook and pen. Nothing happened this week. Nobody. I think there was a Rotto who was badly hurt, but apart from that, nothing happened. So they were A-OK, 140k in the bank. Still looking good. They've got the nice 2 agility 4 pieces there. And Pythagore's got an MVP this week, so he's only 2 points away. You could even farm next week and get that. Obviously, the other Pesca's only 3 points away. It'll be interesting to see if he'll try and get Ulgigo's a TD to get him leveled up. And obviously, he's got number 5, who's a Mighty Blow Claw piece as well. Just needs a bit more bite, this team, doesn't it? But again, it's a solid. It's like I say, Ant-Man's doing very well with this team at the moment. I think we will see the potential of this Negel team for another season or two. But they're ticking along nicely at the moment. There you go. He got beat by the Bretts, but then got a good win over Fairy Harem and a solid draw against my brothers in BAM. So they're doing well. They're doing very, very well. Tall Dwarfs and OV. Really fancy them this season. It's not started off well for them though. Number 5 got a level up though. He gave him Stand Firmer. Yeah, I can see why he'd give it that. Got Blodge. You know, if you don't get the roll the pout, he gets to hit you back. I've got no deaths or injuries here either, so they didn't lose anybody. And again, it's one of those teams what is a solid looking team. And they've got the new Alpha Winner who's nothing XP wise yet. He's 1 point off a level up. Desperately need that. If we get block on that, that'd be beautiful. And 1 for the data player. He really doesn't want that leveling up. You know, really, in an ideal world, you'll have a data player and he won't get any of the level ups. But yeah, again, solid team. Needs a bit of development, but the 2 Berserkers are very dangerous. And obviously, Might Blow on the Yeti really helps as well. A decent ball carry as well in number 9 there, Harold Freer. So, very good. Crusaders of Caldor put up a valiant fight this last week in a 2-1 loss to the Jungle Beats of the Amazons. Did we have any level ups for the Crusaders? Well, number 15 is missing next game. Yeah, we've already got that. Number 7 got a level up. Very 3 on their own, whatever. He got Leap. He likes Leap on one of his plays. He's put it on an agility 5 piece, so the leaping on a 2+. Also, he's the 1-turner, so be able to leap over on a 2+ as well is pretty doody. So, yeah, that's really great, that catcher. He's going to be really hard to stop. So if we can protect that guy. I don't think I'd cage down much with this guy unless it was a really desperate measure. I'd be using more like getting him a screen and then his opponent will come with a screen and then when he's ready he can just go jump off on a 2+ and off he goes on a 2+ dodge with built-in reroll most of the time. So that's a really nice pickup leap there. And that should really upgrade his offense a lot. And number 14 got a level up. I can't pronounce these things. Talnor Leren Norasumi. And he got guard to go wrestle. Guard's good. Can never say it isn't. So he's got 2 guard linemen now. Shame he had wrestled beforehand, but you know, guard's important on elves. He's already got a blitzer with Mighty Blow, so that's the reason why he probably didn't got Mighty Blow on that one. He's got his already. His guy he's gonna be blitzed with at every turn. So like I say, it's a decent team. He's lost a few players as he's gone along. There's a lot of banged up pieces on here still, but they keep fighting, and that leap could change everything. It really could. As long as they roll 1s and they don't get killed, something like that, we'll be alright. But again, it's still a good team. It's still a good team. The TV as well is coming down as well, what will help. Can he get a big win this week? We'll see shortly. Yeah, so he didn't lose anyone apart from the MG this week, so that's good to see. Right then, Bet Space Mountain has a good win this week. Rashid's missing next game. He's the only one they've lost. Did they get any level ups though? No, they didn't. No level ups for this team on my trusted sheet. But again, you know, it's a solid team. They've got a decent 4 blitzers. The wrestle pieces or the blockers are coming on very nicely. And obviously, you know, he's still got his data player. Shane Rashid's out because he's obviously his tackle wrestle piece. But again, it's just a solid build. 1580 TV. Gotta like that because you'll get injuries from a few. I know that Epipilium Hunter loves this team. And he'll be cheering them on. He'll be very happy that they got a win this week. Go Idle Tendencies. Well, they got beat this week. Can they bounce back this week? Have they lost anyone? I don't think they did. No level ups or injuries. So it is as we are. They get the Blitzer back this week, so that'll help. So the full strength. So no excuses this week. 89 TV, not bad. Obviously, they got a strength 6 piece there, Killjoys. It's just a solid team. The more guard, I mean, obviously, he just wants more guard, doesn't he? Killjoys needs guard, number 7 needs guard. He's an MVP away from getting it. Bit more tackle. Sorry, I mean, Darwin tackle, we need a bit more tackle. I presume 3 and 2 will probably got a tackle next because it synergies well with Darwin tackle, and obviously these will be hunting the blodgers as well. So still a very good team this, and he could bounce back this week. And he's already thing is, he's played 2 very good teams. Jungle Beats 0-0 and the My Brothers in Balm. So he's played, and now Requiem looking a very decent team as well. So you know, he's played a lot of the top teams early. So you know, Zunk could still be fighting at the end. Elwender's Requiem, big win this week. And anything good happen to them? Number 3, number 11. Number 3, oh, lovely guard. Very nice. And Juggernaut for number 11, the Mummy. Interesting choice. Interesting, because it already has block. Only movement 3. That's an interesting choice. I'd love him to let me know, because he does Discord me a few times. Discord me, what was thinking in Juggernaut though? Because I don't get it, I'll be honest. I suppose if you didn't have block, you could say, well, okay, if you're blitzing with him, but not sure. Maybe me just being daft, and it might be an obvious reason, but I'm not too keen on that, I'll be honest. But I love this. Obviously, number 3, Varigitno's guard. Every bit of guard you can get on these zombies is beautiful. Oh, it's good stuff. That gets him now 4 guard, and that makes him a lot better. Team's doing very well. You know, lost to the Rats first week, but then have come back with a good draw and now a good win. Like I said, this division is pretty close. It's the Dark Elves pulling away at the moment, but it's early days. But again, another solid team. I like this, and Charles Frankris Teppers, I like him as well. Some nice tackle there. It's a good team. It's a good team, for sure. The Big Cups, well, they've had a bad 2 weeks. They'll be desperate to try and come back this week. Number 5 is missing next game. Domil. Is it Domil? Dormilly? Oh, I don't know. Whatever it is, number 5, missing next game. He's out of there. For the Big Cups. But number 11 got a level up, and Miley Blow to go with his guard. I'd imagine he's a bit frustrated because, like I said, I think it was 71 hits he did, and this team just doesn't seem to injure enough people. And they now got 6 Mighty Blow. The Troll Slayer got another 2 casualties this week, so he'll be happy as Larry. He's just 12 off another level. But yeah, it's been tough for the Dwarfs. They've just got to keep in there, hang in there, and keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully it'll turn around for them. But the last 2 results haven't gone their way. And the ironic thing is they got a very good win over Chaco Changelings, who've been doing extremely well of late. So, you know, if they can get back to that sort of form, then who knows? They may be able to fight it out near the end of the season. But yeah, they just need to stop the hemorrhaging, don't they? Lost the last 2. They need to at least try and get a draw next week, or this week coming. Alright, Jungle Beats, well, they got a good win, and they're back to full strength almost, but there is bad news. Rapunzel II has a niggle. Oh, it did come at a cost, unfortunately. So that's +1 to all niggles from now on. No level ups either, but the rest of the team's back. The full blitz is extremely good. Shame about that catcher. It'll be interesting to see if he keeps him. He probably will. It's well developed. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Obviously number 14, Tinkerbell's very good. Strip ball, tackle, wrestle. Beautiful piece, isn't it? Beautiful. Sleep Beauty as well. It's a really good team, really good coach, and at the moment, my gut reaction, if anything's going to take out the Dark Elves, is going to be Watchtower's Zons. Not much else to say apart from this is a very, very good team. Pocahontas is back this week, so expect more death. The Boondock Skinks, really impressive. They've won again. And was there any level ups for this team? Let's have a look. Well, number 10, Iggy Splat. He was just a normal skink. He's dead. And number 11 got a level up. But he seems to have changed it. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Number 8 got a level up. Zashix. So it's a Blodger with Fend and now a Sadstep. Yeah, so interesting. He went with Fend on that one first before he got blocked. That is an interesting. Interesting pick. And this is what I like. I like when people think outside the box and go with stuff like that. And Sadstep, so yeah. Decent, isn't it? It's a pretty decent skill. Again, they're doing really well, and the Croc is only 3 points off a level up. Be interesting. If he gets level up and rolls plus armor, do you take it? On a normal roll, not on a double, on a 6-4, would you take armor? Or would you take armor on a double? I don't think he would on a double, but be interesting to see. Isashix, number 13, he's the guy who gets it done. Movement 10, sprint, goal of it. He desperately needs 5 more points and get Trophy, I would have thought, to make him more deadly. But yeah, Moon Dingo, his team's doing really well at the moment. They can't do no wrong. And they are one of the form teams, and it'll be interesting to see how they do this week. My brothers and BAMs! Oh, my team! Didn't even pick his level up. How could you? How could you not pick your level up yet? Dante. Oh, Dante. Did they lose anything? Let's have a look. No, just a level up, number 7, so we can't really say anything about it. I mean, it'd be interesting what he'd take. I'd be tempted... Ooh, what would I be tempted with? Stand firm. So if they don't knock you down, hey, you get to hit them back. Frenzy wouldn't be a terrible shout. Or guard. Carver's too much guard. Well, he's got 4 guard already. Another guard won't be a terrible waste. Defensive skills, obviously. Dodge if he's got, obviously, Blodge. He rolls a double. Fend won't be the worst thing, but it'll probably look a bit odd. Be interested to see what he picks, but unfortunately... Oh, that's a shit. I hate when they're not picked. Maybe he's not sure what to go for. Again, Mummies are doing good. He's got a nice throw around there as well. Number 8, Walk Life doing it good. Number 9's just there as a desperate backup. 2 dead players, gotta love that. Fend as well. Yeah, I quite like that on that skeleton. Means he's got a bit of movement. And he's not going to be tagged. I like that. But yeah, can my tip get a win this week? Let's hope they can. Oh, and these teams aren't picked their level ups, are they? Dark Angel of Lilith. Well, I can tell you they did lose a player. I remember reading they lost a player. Darth Doll. Well, he cashed in his last paycheck. He's dead. And number 9 got level up. Be interesting to see what he does. I'd be tempted with Darwin Tackle, if I'm being honest, on Darth Hamileel. Just a pain in the backside. He's already got Blodgeon's sidestep. Slinging Darwin Tackle on there, that'd be a bit annoying. Don't get you down, then, you know, crash your cage, hit him on the corner. Good times, isn't it? I think that's what I would go with. But again, this team, really impressive. I mean, it's a decent team. He's got 4 guard, what's good for an elf team. But the thing about this team, let me know if you disagree, but I don't think it's an amazing team. It's just a solid team. You know, we've seen teams where they have all these agility 5s and these strength 4s or whatever and all this swanky stuff. This team ain't got anything like that. It's just a decent team. The big bonus for this team is obviously all the guard they've got. but the coach is getting it done. Already he's getting done. Really impressive. 3 wins already. He beat the Boondock Skinks 2-0. And as we've seen, they've gone and won the last 2 4-0. And was it 1-0? And then he then went and beat the Bet Space Bounty Hunters, who was really impressive in week 1. Then got beat by the Dankers week 2, but then the Bounty Hunters have got a good win in week 3. And then he smashed the Fair Hams 3-1. So this coach is a serious coach. You know, he's been 3 teams who've played really well. And with the Bretts and the Lizards, they've only lost came to the Dark Angels. So it shows how much of a serious player this guy is, and it's going to take a good one to get him beat, I think. Pirates of the World's End. Oh, he must feel like it's the World's End. He's still waiting for his first victory. Captain Flint, well, what's he going to get? Well, it's either going to be stand firm if it's a normal for me, or on a double claw. It's a good team. I wish I had 3 claw in my team. You know? So it's a bad week for me. If it makes you feel any better, in my game against Azathoth, I think. My wizard, I rolled a 1. And 10-16, I scored to make it 1-0. And then he got the extra turn. I had a ball centre with, obviously with sure feet. If I blitzed the Agility Farpies, otherwise I was pretty confident I would win the game. I rolled double 1. And he scored to make it 1-1. So, you know, we all have bad beats and we all have bad things will happen to us. And you're not the only one. Hopefully you can maybe get your first win this week. Will I be tipping you? Well, it depends. Depends who you're against. But yeah, you know, things can only get better is all I've got to say. And if you got claw out of it, it's still a good trade. If not, stand firm to me is not a bad skill. If you want to go something funky, there's still pile on as well. If you want to go down that route, but you've already got guards. Maybe not a good thing. You still got Jack Rackham. He's still alive, and you still got their players. It's all good, all good. You know. So we'll see we'll see. Keith Carr. Oh no, what am I missed? Oh, my apologies. I have missed out Chakra Changelings there. Did they lose anyone this week? Three level ups. Number 2, Bo's got level up. He's got Wrestle. Number 10, Morgana, got Sidestep. And number 13, Gawain Volume 2, got Dodge. Very nice. Strength 4 Blitzer with Blodge is beautiful. I'd be tempted, and I know this is a long way away. I'd be tempted. There's 2 ways I would go with Gawain. You could go Leap. Strength 4 Leaper. Most times we'll get 2 die into a cage. And obviously, you know, that'd be pretty good. Or Sidestep next. And then obviously mark up the ball carrier, then they'll get you down, you Sidestep in next to the ball carrier again, and maybe even down a tackle after that. Could be an interesting combination. But this team, you know, you've got 3 strength ups, 2 agility ups. They lost nothing this week as well. That was a good thing about the show as well. They didn't lose out this week either. Don't know if I said that or not. But again, you know, after the first week, when they got beat 2-1 by the big cups, they've done all right. They've beaten the Pirates of the Wild Ends and they've beaten the Dwarfs. Sorry, the Norse. You know, so can't be bad, really. You know, they get in there, and we'll see how they do this week. And now finally Fairy Harem. Well, again, you know, he had a lot of arm breaks against him. He got beat 3-1. But again, he didn't lose anybody. His team have a knack of not dying. Nothing leveled up this week, so it's as we was last week. And he'll be desperate to bounce back after a nightmare defeat against one of the big guns of the division. And he'll be able to get back on track. It's been a bit of a tricky start this season for him. A good win against the Undead, but then lost 1-0 to the Nurgle and then lost 3-1 to the Dark Angel Lilith. He'll be able to definitely get back this week. Far points away, his Mags, his Rat Ogre, so he'll be desperately trying to get a level up there soon. Rear 2's getting there for another level up as well. It's a nice team, this. It's getting there, isn't it? It's a decent TV for what he's got as well. So, I don't think it'll be long before he gets back to winning ways. So, that's them all done then. That's what we've got. And now it's time for what everybody seems to fear, the Bernie's tip. So, let's have a look at week 4. Right, so we got the Norse versus the Orcs. This is a tricky one because the Norse do a lot of damage, usually, and they do have a Mighty Blow Yeti what could cut through the Orcs. But I just feel like the Norse have been letting me down. So I'm going to go for a win for the Orcs. But what score? I'm going to go 1-0 to the Orcs. I think they'll shut out the Norse. I really do. I can't go for the Norse again. The Norse will be delighted I haven't gone for them, I'm sure. So the Orcs get it done. 1-0. Zung back on winning ways with his Orcs. Crusaders of Caledor versus Flyload Terrans. This is a tricky one because that Leaper really does tempt me to go for the Crusaders. But the Nurgle have been in under good form as well. And because they're in much better form, I'm going to say oh god, I want to go draw, but no, I'm going to go with the Nurgle. I'm going to go with Nurgle, and for some reason they're going to hold the Crusaders to a shutout as well. I think the Nurgle's going to win this 1-0 as well. So we'll go with the Nurgle again here. Oh, the next one, Brett versus the Rat. Oh, this is a tricky one. This is one I really don't have a clue. Oh dear. The Hunters only lost against the Dark Elves. They've won the other 2. The Rats have been a bit ropey, but they do have the 1 turn and they have that claw piece. But then the Bretts have got the Dauntless. Oh man, this is a really tricky one. I really want to go for the Rats, but oh god, I hate this one. I'm gonna. You know what? I don't know. I think someone's gonna win. I'm gonna take a coin. Heads, the Bretts will win. Tails, the Rats will win. And we have the Tails come down. So the Rats will win this game 2-1. The coin has spoken. I cannot separate them. So the Bernie's coin decides the Rats will win 2-1. Interesting one, this one. Undead versus the Dark Elves. Dark Elves doing extremely well. But the Undead got a good result as well, didn't they? But you know what? I think this is going to be a draw. I think this is going to be 1-1. It's my first draw of the week. I think they're both in good form. But I just have a feeling both these teams are going to cancel each other out. The Big Cups versus Pirates of the World End. Dwarf versus Chorf. Well, something's going to have to give some time, you'd think. Because after a good first win for the Dwarfs, nothing's gone right. They got a 4-0 spanking in week 2. And the Pirates got a spanking this week, last week 4-1. And they're yet to win a game. This is a bit of a nightmare. You sort of think the Chorfs should get this done with a claw. But I just think this is a messy game again. I just think it's just a messy game and it's not going to help much. I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw. I think the Dwarfs have got enough in the tank to at least get a draw out of this. The Chorfs yet to show me anything. I really thought they'd have won last week. Obviously, it's one of those games where you just throw in the bin because obviously 2 defense blitzes. But, you know, between them in 6 weeks there's only 1 win. And I think both teams will try and win it, but I think it'll end up a draw. Right, the Jungle Beats. Very impressed with them. Is this the week that somebody beats the Dark Elves, Dark Angels of Lilith? This is another close game. Oh, and you know what? I think the Amazons get this done 2-1. I think the Amazons, finally, somebody gets to beat the Dark Angels / the race Dark Elves. And I think the Amazons are the ones to do it. It's a shame they got that catch out with the diving tackle because that would have been really good. But yeah, I think the Amazons get it done, and everyone in the league will be happy, hopefully. The Boondock Skinks there in an absolute brilliant piece of brilliant form versus my brothers in band, who's still waiting for that first win. Again, it seemed like 4 Tomb Guardian. So the strength 5 will help. We've got a few good killers in there as well. Oh, the Skinks are doing so well, aren't they, the Boondock Skinks? This is a tricky one. Maybe I should tip against the Khemri so they win. Oh dear, this is a horrid one as well. I'm going to go for the Boondock Skinks. I think they win this 2-1. I'm sorry, my Khemri brothers, but I just think the pace of the Skinks will be just too much for this team. And I think the Boondock Skinks will win this 2-1. Some really, really close games. If I had to pick a tip of the week this week, or the triple B rating, I'd go with the Orcs. I think the Orcs have got too much. As long as we can get rid of that blasted Yeti, I think the Orcs will get it done. I really do. So they're my tip of the week this week. And that's it. Some really, really, really good close games coming up this week. Hopefully, we'll have the lovable Crystal Hunter back from his holidays for week 5. And good luck to everybody. I hope you all do well, get loads of XP, and hope we see a lot of happy coaches next week. And hopefully, I won't have cursed anyone this week. Well, it's a miracle, but things like this happen. I may get lucky every now and then. But thanks again, guys. Take care. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, because they'll all be on there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again, guys, and see you next week.